Top of the morning. We tapped in on this good Friday. Hope you guys on your grind. But I definitely gonna tap in. See, I had to touch on this, and it's been kind of itching at me to do it. This dating coach hustle. Um, and some people will not categorize themselves as a dating coach, yet, we talk about the dating market. We talk about a lot of things in this space. Um, when it comes to female nature, women, hypergamy, high value, all of these things, they still somewhat fall into the dating coach category. Now you have the more serious dating coaches that do offer, services and consultations, for things. And I'm not knocking anyone's hustle, but what we have to stop doing in this space, people equate telling the truth as hating. Like some people can do some things and say some things that have a lot of truth to them, and they would be perceived as hating on another person or, you know, throwing shade. Some people do throw shade and hate. We do have that a lot as well, but we must understand and be able to identify hating versus telling the truth. Now, with the dating coach hustle, then you have people who, post content, they do live streams, and they break down certain scenarios. They break down things that we can relate to. Now, a lot of these things are in these celebrity spaces. Some of them are not. Some of them are used, you get the TikTok videos that go viral. You got the female channels who, post their content. The thing about the dating market that most men do not understand is that it is a forever changing market. So now there's this emphasis on getting game and having game. Your game you have fundamentals, but then you also have a particular skill sets. The skill set doesn't really matter unless you have the physical features to match. So say, for instance, let's equate it to basketball. Having a post-game skill set really doesn't matter if you're 6'1", but if you're 6'10" or 6'8" and better, 7 feet tall, the post game is going to be a lot more potent, if that makes sense. So a lot of the times you guys are preaching this game when there's only really one game, and that is self-development. Being able to read the market and evolve and adapt. See, what you did in 2002 or 2005 may not work in 2022. So a lot of people are giving this game that they use when social media, certain influences, agendas were not at play. So, you got to do the, hey, baby, you don't call back. And I get that you want to seem as that the thing about game, you can't fake game because it flows. You're trying to give one-liners and certain responses to messages, and it just does not apply. The game has to be in you, and the game is in you when the confidence is in you. When you have a certain level, it's no different than doing a job, being great at something versus being okay or mediocre or good at something. That will come with experience. So a lot of you younger cats coming up, you think you're going to pay a person and they're going to give you this game and, they're going to drop this knowledge on you. Yeah, we can give you some insight as to what you would have to do for self in order for your game and knowledge to increase. And that is by developing and putting yourself in the right positions by understanding the market. See, you just don't wake up and say, you know what, I'm going to get game today. I'm gonna go and holler at some chicks today. I'm going to go do this. Nah. The coach doesn't put you in the game until he feels you're ready. And with being ready, you have to prepare, you have to plan, you have to work on yourself. The dating coach hustle has become very watered down. You got a lot. I'm not going to call any names, but that's their business. But a lot of the coaches are self-proclaimed dating coaches. It's only maybe, I would say, 3 that really have some good game, and you can tell by their speech. You can tell by the confidence and by their level of experience. Again, you got guys who's giving game who hasn't touched 100 women. It's impossible. You haven't broke the 50 piece, but you're considering yourself a dating coach? Absolutely the fuck not. And then if you have touched the 50 piece, we can gauge the quality of the chicks again by your speech and your vernacular. The other part of this is you have people who, I don't know where this came from, this show me yourself, reveal yourself and all of this, and cam up and all of this type of, all this nonsense that I got to prove myself to you and to, man, come on, man. Come on, man. See, men have these shaming tactics and tactics they throw to see if you're credible. All you have to do is just listen to the information and see if you can see what I'm saying in real life. I have commentary on my videos, and the commentary speaks as follows. Oh my God, you're in my head. This is me to the T. I have seen this exact scenario. You just look at the feedback. The feedback will show, and some feedback may be less than others, but the feedback nonetheless will show if you know what you're talking about. All this cam up and show me this, and my guy, we don't do all of that. I'm not. Who are you for me to prove myself to you, to show the lifestyle that I'm living? See, that's another problem. And you see, guys get jammed up. The same guys that was trying to put this, let me show you everything. That's your motherfucking problem. You talk too much and you show too much. You think people have to prove something to you. You think you have to prove yourself to someone else. The proof is in the pudding. So you guys get jammed up. I'm showing my chick, we got these type of allegations on you, Mo. This chick and this. Or this chick got caught up. She's getting stalked. It's your motherfucking problem. You think you got, and that goes to show me right there you don't have any game. Cause you approve it. Let me show you type of nigga. That shows right there you don't the game you think you have, you don't. Cause you jump right off the bat thinking that you had to show and prove yourself to strangers. That lets me know right off the bat you're not like that. You're not like that. The second part of it for the guys who do the content, and I check some of your streams out. Some of it is good information, but it's just not mind-blowing. It's not nothing I've never heard or haven't said, and it's kind of common information at this point. Everybody is sharing this similar talking points, because when you break down the nature of women, they're all the same. So how could your game be different than the next? How could your insight be that much different from the next when you're dealing with the same type of woman 1,000 other cats are dealing with? Because they're all the same. They have a hive mindset. So how can you be just giving groundbreaking game when all the women are acting alike? The begging. Now that shit is something, again, I'm not knocking your hustle, but that YouTube begging bullshit, nah, we ain't rocking with that. And I don't give a fuck how you feel about it. We ain't rocking with that shit. If you got good game, good insight, you can put your links up in the chat or your links on your video. If people want to donate, they're going to donate. Now you hear this, well, this is a business. And they got that shit from Kevin Samuels. They got that shit from Kevin Samuels and others. Oh, this is a business. If you come in my store and I'm telling you, hey, you got to buy something, this is a business. Motherfucker, you don't think they know they walked into a store? That's why they came in at the first place. They see if you got something that I like. And if you don't have something if you don't have anything I like, I'm not going to buy shit just because I'm there. So you think we got to buy some shit every time we come in? We don't. There's been plenty of times I done went in Walmart and didn't buy shit because they didn't have what I was looking for. It's the again. This y'all see, a fool can be hit with this green game or this tactic on being forced to donate and all of this type of shit. If I want to donate, I will. If not, I'm not. You got cats throwing temper tantrums in the streams. Oh, I ain't gonna open up. Man, my God, that shit really lame. If you got good game, people gonna donate. If you're giving insightful information and the content is quality, people are gonna donate and support it. But I need more supporters, I need this, and that shit whack. That's begging. That's broke bitch behavior, if you ask me. If you ask me, that's broke bitch behavior. Oh, this begging. If you hustlers don't beg. Grinders don't beg. Grinders go out and get it. And they invest into themselves, into the channel or whatever, the content, and it starts to pay them over time. You guys want pennies on the dollar now versus investing and getting the big return later when it comes full circle, when it's fully fermented. See, you're not talking to a square. You know, I know my channel is not big at all. My information is going to resonate over time. It's going to mature over time, but I know my content and my language is pretty much controversial, and it is shadow banned to a degree. YouTube is not really going to promote it because what I say in the titles that I put in my captions on my videos. This is not a business for me. A lot of guys don't have game. A lot of boys, particularly black boys, are going through issues with their parents, hence rolls over to their dating experiences. And that's that's some things you guys don't discuss because you think you got game, but you really don't. You had it easy. That's what that was. You really had it easy. You had to, and you had the gift to interact with women, and you had a little bit of charisma. You had a few people around you that that you saw move and shake. But if you thinking you're quote unquote top G, or you're a P and this and that, and yet you're on this bitch begging every time you cut your motherfucking camera on, nah, we ain't going. We ain't going for that. That ain't P. Hustlers don't beg. I'm talking about throwing full-fledged temper tantrums. Okay, I'm gonna just, I'm gonna cut it off as if we begged you to cut that motherfucker on anyway. Did we beg? Please cut your camera on and go live. Please cut it on and go live. Hell no. Nah. So when you cut you're not hurting us. You the one begging for motherfucking money. And I said I wasn't gonna really go in, but I really just had to go in on this type of shit, because that shit is really square. You talk about other things, that shit is the squarest thing you can do, is get on this bitch every day, set your camera up, buy the equipment, and then beg for motherfuckers to support or reimburse you. Nah. The dating coach hustle is alive and well, but it's slowly fading. It's slowly fading. A lot of you guys are not dating coaches, and you really don't have the game that you think you do. You really don't. But you guys, let me know what you think about this video. What's your feelings on dating coaches and the begging, the cash out begging, and all of that type of shit? Like, comment, subscribe. It's the Date Master.